Well, I had a visitor who showed up today, drove 6 hours to come for RC boats, and he comes bearing gifts. What you got there, Fred? Holy crap. That's sweet. All right, let's bring it inside. That's gorgeous.
It's got the offset rudder. So to change it back,
Set it right here so it don't fall.
to change it back, the rudder will hit so long.
Okay.
So to change it back, you just take the rudder bolts out, and then you take this bracket off, and it goes
Oh,
right back in
wow.
there.
You can run it in line.
Correct. That's the way it comes.
Okay. I would almost prefer that, but why
But you
does
can
that
do whatever
matter?
you want. I don't care.
Okay. Wow,
I do it this
is
way because you
very
put
narrow.
bigger props.
Wow.
Okay, this has got a 150 cable in it currently.
Okay.
Here's the update to 187.
Okay. Bigger cable.
Right. This strut is exactly the same as this one. I didn't know that. So I ended up getting them. So I got two.
Okay.
So anyway, so that's that. You have to run it without the liner. This factory motor, I threw a 120 in there. I gave you an extra servo in case you think it needs it.
Okay.
I don't know how much torque it's going to have depending on how fast it goes.
A little 270. Well, JR. Oh, okay.
2070, yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's it.
Now, what is that? A 3674 motor?
Yeah.
Okay. Any idea what the KV
I
is?
believe it's a 2050 or 2070.
Wow.
I think is what they rate it.
That's strange.
It's supposed to be a triple S, but it doesn't have the triple S markings on it.
Okay.
This is a JR receiver or servo,
I saw that.
and it's their racing series, but I don't think it has enough torque when it gets over 50, 60 miles an hour. It will not have enough torque to turn that.
Wow.
These are the stretchy, rubbery ones. So the ones I have big enough.
As far as the
Straps.
battery straps, okay.
And
Yeah, I like doing that
this
too. I
runs-
like going long ways.
This runs this, and I brought my
XT90s?
yeah, and I have an adapter for that to go to QS8s if you need it.
Okay, yeah. Because everything I've got adapters galore, but none of them
For this.
are XT90s. I've got XT60s and traxxas.
And I have a bunch of the,
EC5s and all sorts of shit.
Females.
Okay,
And
so I can make a jumper.
I can leave you a bunch.
Yeah, I just need one.
I don't have too many more of them, but I got a bunch of the ones that go on the battery side.
I mean, if need be, I can solder a QS8 on there and be
no big
done.
deal.
'Cause I got the jumper
There you
right
go.
there if we need it.
Boy, that's really long.
Yeah. Sometimes you got it with the Cheetah. You have to have it. Like, you know, some boats they're so far apart.
But this
you
is their this cable is from OSE, and it's their heavy duty cable.
That's a small.
That's better.
Yeah.
So, and I put the heat shrink on there so I didn't lose my.
Gotcha.
In case I decided to cut and put, and if you can do the same thing if you want. If you want to drill that out and put a bigger tube in there, knock yourself out.
I'll run it.
The reason I didn't do that is because it fits so nice in there.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I didn't do it.
I got you.
If you changed the strut,
Really smooth transition.
then you could. Yeah,
I like how they did that with the foam.
and I had to do. I did this.
That's slick.
I did that.
That's slick.
Because otherwise it wouldn't fit on the
Yeah.
stand.
But it keeps the no hole rash.
Yeah.
You know.
There's a couple of cracks on this one. Let's just throw
yikes.
everything on the floor.
Oh man, she's mint. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, a little bit.
See, there's just ever
That's
so
just
slightly.
that's
did-
Joe Coat stress crack.
I did exactly. I
Yeah.
did sand the sponsons from
That's
here
cool how
back.
it's got a pocket back here.
Well, this same hole they use for twins.
Yeah. That's what the dude did the other day, 124 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Gen 1 Genesis 124. Yeah.
Yeah, this is it's a beautiful boat. I had it running really good.
I see why it can go so fast.
Yeah, so
it's streamlined.
And it doesn't. It also does not have much of a tunnel.
Go set it over there, like just hold it next to the
Oh
Cheetah.
God, look at the difference.
Yeah. I want to try to get a wow. Yeah, it's like 1.5.
Now the transom is actually okay. So yours is the same. So it's there and there. So there's the transoms lined up.
Yeah.
That's the difference in the hulls.
Yeah.
Look at how much wider it is. Jesus, you can put two of mine in
Yeah.
yours.
I know, right? Yeah.
Look at that. That's just crazy.
Yeah, it's like a whole sponson.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Right there, like that.
That's nutty.
Yeah.
But it's still cool looking. It's a
It's a
unique
beautiful
design.
boat.
It's unique. I'm excited to fool with it.
I bought it because it was pretty.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I did with some of mine too, and then I get them and realize that they don't function very well.
Also, now I don't know where it's at. I thought I put it in here, but maybe I didn't.
That's good magnets.
Yeah, it is. Well, there's 4 of them. So
very cool.
There it is. I knew I had something in there.
Yeah.
If you want to, I don't use it. There's the antenna tube.
Okay.
So that's in there as well.
I don't know. I'm different. I like my antennas to stick up, just kind of like my rigger.
Do what you need.
Yeah. Very cool.
So, yeah, nice boat.
Very sweet.
Let's go drag the other one out.
All right.
To me, this is probably TFL's one of their prettiest boats. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous.
Wow, okay.
This is also really kind of unique because they call it Lucky instead of Lucas Oil.
Okay.
This was the first batch they made and used the Lucas Oil.
So they no longer have the ability.
You cannot buy this boat.
Okay.
With the Lucas Oil.
Same hull, different graphics.
Same hull, same graphics, except for
it'll say Lucky.
It'll say Lucky.
All right, flip it over. I want to see the bottom. Because that's what has always intrigued me. Wow, look at that. Step design.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. Very slick. Yeah,
this boat has not been... this is a different one than what comes with it.
Okay. Yeah, wow.
And I changed this. They had a through hull fitting, and I hate those. They always leak or they get loose or something.
Yeah.
And then this has got an aftermarket rudder as well.
Okay.
Same bracket, and then I had to drill it and tap it to make it work like it should. So it still has the safety screw to break off.
I got it. I've never broke one. I've never hit. Yeah, I've never hit anything serious enough to break one.
It's just dirty.
I've had the water, pull it back, but
so in my video, the last video that I did with this, which was just posted a few days ago.
Yeah.
I've changed the water cleaning jacket. I had put in water fittings so I could angle them the way I wanted, and they bottomed out on the motor can, and it wasn't getting any water at all.
Yikes!
And that's why the motor was 170 degrees. But it doesn't smell burnt. Nothing looks burnt. Nothing. It took it. I was shocked. And this is that ZTW.
Oh, the big ZTW. Yeah.
So
the misleading.
Yes.
Misleading.
But it worked. It worked just fine.
Yeah, she is big. 105 amps, and it looks like it should be 200 amps.
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably for one of those water boards you ride.
I guess it could be. It could be for a bigger one, but
yeah, but if you look at this and compare it, even though it's only 105 amp, and you compare it to that Hydra Ice I have.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. 240 versus 105.
Yeah. But other than that, this is probably a little smaller even. So I just used an extra rocket housing that I had and ran it that way.
Very cool.
So yeah.
I like it.
Beautiful boat. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. And I got my marks for the CG. So I know where it goes.
That's what I did when I first started.
And so I did an inlay on this.
I see that.
And then I glued... One of the reasons I did that is not only just for the strength of it, but it seems when I use the epoxy with carbon fiber to glue all these little spots in...
It works better
It glues better with the carbon fiber inlay.
I agree.
So that's what I did.
I noticed that as well.
That for. So
I think it gives you more grains of the carbon fiber for your epoxy to adhere to rather than a smooth surface with fiberglass.
Yeah.
Because
I've had a problem with these.
And you can always take a Dremel and etch fiberglass, but the hull is so thin that you don't want to turn your boat over and notice what you were dremeling now flaked off shit from the other side. Ask me how I know. Yeah. Ask me how I know.
So, but I'm not a big fan of this. I had to redo all this to make it line up correctly.
That's exactly how I have the chaser done.
But it works.
It works.
And then this is for my
that's a fiberglass motor tray rather than a carbon fiber motor tray.
Yeah, that's all they give you.
Okay. Very cool.
So,
and you got foam in there.
Smart. Yeah, that actually came with it.
Smart.
And it's all shaped. Fit right in there.
Yeah, very cool. I love it.
I only put 2 magnets on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start doing something like that.
So now you have 2 more to play with.
Lord have mercy.
For a while.
Lord have mercy. What am I going to be doing with you, man?
we're gonna try to run this one while we're here.
Okay. All right.
Because I want to make sure the motor doesn't burn up. And I brought a 4074 2200 in case.
Okay. If
So
not,
I'll leave that with you.
if not, we can throw this one in there. That's 4074 2650 kV.
Yeah, it'll fit in this. The problem too, just to show you, this is kind of strange. They have this boat set up with a 3674, right? And so it has the extra hole right here so that you can put a 3660 in there.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's cool. They did that. The problem with that, you cannot put a 40 millimeter can in here. And they gave you a 40 millimeter ring.
What, will
for
it
this.
bottom out on the bottom?
I think it'll hit the bottom. If you,
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it. But
It's
if you
probably
look,
the angle of the motor. If you could raise the nose up, but you can't because then your drive line won't work.
right.
So
I'll let you think about it.
I have a 3686 TP motor that's 2060 kV that would go in here.
Yeah.
And right now that motor is in the Impulse.
Oh. Well, don't take anything out of yours.
Yeah. Hey, look, I wanted to show you. Remember how I was telling you strong magnetism?
Oh, yeah. Here, let me grab it for you.
I got you. I'm gonna just set it right here. Spin that prop. Feel the magnetism.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
That's crazy. That's a good looking boat.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just
You
slick
look,
looking.
look, you get old red and old green in there.
Oh yeah.
I got you a little bit on length.
Yeah, that's insane.
But if you go to the back of the transom, they're about the same. So, mine's a little narrower too. For some reason, TFL likes building narrow boats.
Yeah, the Impulse being narrow, it's one hell of a speedboat, but it does not like to handle corners very well.
Well, this hops, but it seemed.
We'll
a
go
lot better
ahead.
the last time
Let's
we ran.
we'll open this up and see. I haven't opened this boat up in about 2 months.
Ooh, this one's a little tough.
Yeah, I always said I was going to take a Dremel and cut lines in these to where I could just use a screwdriver and pop them out. But yeah, so I haven't. It's got the XLX2 in it.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's got that's the motor that would really go good in that boat.
A hint for you, if you can find it, and I probably have some, I would put a jam nut on there, because in airplanes
It can't rotate. See, it literally cannot rotate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but
if I had that on both ends, yes, it could.
They can vibrate loose inside there and wear the threads out.
Understood. Yeah, it's got blue Loctite on it. So
Okay.
Yeah, it ain't.
Because I've had that where guys have done that with an airplane, and
Yeah.
it's
And I put
of
the
a fatality.
Speedmaster strut on it, but I think it's too long. I think really if I took a maybe copper cutter, cut this off about 1/4 of an inch, and then I could get my prop not so far back. I think it extended the prop too far out.
how much did it extend it from the one that was on there?
3/8 of an inch.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that is quite a bit in
It is. It's quite a bit. But it looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
It looks cool, but looks
you
and
can cut that
performance
off.
ain't nothing, you know.
What I would do, the way I would do that, to be honest with you, is I would get a tool and I would push the bushing in to where you want it. And then if you have, because this barrel...
The bushing is flared, so it won't go in. You have to cut it and then slide the bushing in.
Okay.
It's got a...
Otherwise, I was going to say push it in and then file the
Yeah,
end
the
off.
bushing actually floats. It'll come out and hit... It'll hit the
Oh, geez.
the drive dog.
I don't think I've ever seen one that.
It's weird.
Have you got any Teflon washers for this?
Yeah. But like I said, I put this all together and then I never
This
ran
looks
it.
really nice and clean. I like that.
That's stock setup.
Yeah.
And it comes with a little grease catch that's over top of this.
Oh, it looks good.
But let's see if I can show you. So, see right here where my finger is?
Yep.
See right here? Now watch. See it?
God, yeah.
See it?
How I would fix that if it was me
Yeah.
is I would lift it up and I would take some instant CA,
And just squirt it under it.
not squirt it, just let it flow in there because it's going to puddle and go
Yeah.
down, and just get it in there and then push
But
and
it's
hold
broken in more spots.
it. I know, and
look
then
back
push
here.
and hold it.
See the blue?
Oh, geez.
Yep. It's starting to break in many, many places.
But to do that, you're going to have to pull all that out.
Yeah, yeah. I felt like it was time for this boat to really go under the knife because that's all factory glue. And the 10-shock motor blew up in this boat twice.
Well, plus, let's face it, you've run it way farther than its means that it was supposed to, intended to.
Probably.
By quite a bit.
Probably. But
So
both failures of those motors failed after the cooling lines blew off because the nipples fell out, then the hull filled full of water and the motor got wet. So we'll see. We'll see. But we got a new 10-shock motor, and I think that's what we'll put in this thing.
I think this will be good.
But I need to reinforce the entire mounting system.
I would definitely put the instant CA in there. And if nothing else, use medium CA if you can hold it, and then let it run in there, and then don't use any of the zip kicker or anything. And then, but hold it down. It's going to be a while.
I just feel like I need to go in and remove it all, take the Dremel, cut all that out.
Well, you can do what I did. And on my Smash Shark, which I didn't bring, I gutted the whole thing and took the whole tray.
Yeah, you can see it's literally cracked at the battery tray there, the battery there. I think it's the hull itself is flexing to the point where everything that's rigid inside has broken loose.
I think your best bet for that then is what you said, take it all out.
Yep.
And then
start from scratch.
I would put a carbon fiber inlay in it and start all over.
Okay. Yeah, because if you look underneath,
so you got the stress
look
cracks
at all
too.
The stress cracks.
Wow, you got way more than mine.
Yeah. Well, I think we did 82 mile an hour and then an 86 mile an hour crash on this boat. So, and the big 8,200 mile 6S pack went from here to here, and it didn't bust out of the nose. So you know. But it ran so much faster once I sanded this. Like a stupid amount faster. It was ridiculous.
Looks good though.
But the Series 40 rudder is a must. It is an absolute bulletproof rudder. Because I took that rudder and never bent it, crashed the boat 15 plus times, never had any issue with the rudder. Tried putting rudders on the Cheetah. I bent 3 rudders on the Cheetah before I said screw it, and I bought a Series 40 rudder for this.
Is this one of the brackets I sent you?
That's one of the brackets you sent me.
Oh, sweet.
And I had to rig it up in a way because it has a 5mm pin, but the rudder bracket is 4.76. It's 3/4 of an inch.
You need like a reamer.
It's metric versus American-made stuff. Yeah. So I had to ruin the knuckle. The pin, the hip pivot.
See this? Wow.
Yeah.
Look at your intake manifold.
There you go. Yeah, it's a V10. Yeah,
nice.
Individual throttle bodies on an electric.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. But it works good.
You've done some really good work on a lot of your boats. They look marvelous.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time on these little 1717s.
Yeah, that's.
I think these props are too big for this KV setup.
When they say a labor of love, they're not joking when it comes to working on the propellers.
Yeah.
Because if you don't love doing it, buddy.
Nah, I've got like three evenings just in those propellers right there.
Looks nice.
Very cool.
Well, anyway, there you go. Have fun. We will run this one though.
Yeah, I'm excited.
This one's
tomorrow can't come soon enough.
And I've only got on there right now. We can try some different props. I'm running a 40-16, I think.
Okay.
So it's not a lot of prop.
Nah.
It needs a lot more.
Yeah.
And I think it ran 37, I think, but I've had this boat run 60.
Let's see. Let's pick a prop right now. I say we can try this one.
You can try anything you want because I don't care if you burn up the motor.
That's the Oxygen.
Oh, 1.6. That's the same as like the A45.
It is an A45.
Yeah, that's
it says A45 on it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, we can run that, or we can.
Well, there's plenty of room. I've never really diddled with this boat.
We can run this one. That's Dr. Props. That's that's a 4216.
God, this stuff works so well.
Oh, fabulous.
This is not a prop. This is like jewelry.
It is. It's like jewelry. Yeah, it's man jewelry.
Yeah.
Hobby jewelry.
You know, I just get a thing and just hang it.
There you go. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, tomorrow's coming.
All right.
And we'll be running.
We'll see how